Joining us now is the Mauritius Deputy Foreign Minister, Mr. Rajan Narsinghen, to talk about the significance of this visit and Prime Minister Modi being accorded the highest civilian honour. Mr. Narsinghen, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. And in fact, let me start by asking you the significance and importance of having Prime Minister Modi as the chief guest on Mauritius National Day.
So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to you, your team, and also a special namaste, good morning, namaskaram, vanakkam to all our Indian brothers and sisters. And in fact, yesterday, your Prime Minister, in his outstanding speech, he mentioned that Mauritius and India, we are family. Not just only two countries, but family. So for us, Mauritius, for our new government, it is a very, very important visit. And in fact, we are very happy that it is the first statesman visiting our country after the new government has been in office. So it is something very emotional, I would say, but also very rational because as we unfold today, I will try to explain to you what have been the burning topics being discussed between the two governments, but especially between your Prime Minister, Modi ji, and our Prime Minister, Dr. Navin Chandra Ramgoolam. But also, as you know, your Prime Minister is being accompanied by your other great Foreign Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, Subramaniam Jaishankar, and the whole delegation from India.
Okay, so India is strengthening its ties with Mauritius. Prime Minister Modi spoke about the cultural bond. He spoke about the Girmitya Divas as well. How do you see these bonds now being strengthened further and going on from here?
We have a very, very strong cultural ties with India. As you know, we've got the Mahatma Gandhi Institute, which is specialized in culture. We have also the Indira Gandhi Cultural Center. And with our Ministry of Arts and Culture, we have very, very close collaboration with India to promote Hindi, Bhojpuri, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, and many other ancestral languages. But over and above ancestral languages, we are also promoting music, classical music, modern music, and as you know, Bollywood is very popular in Mauritius. And we're also promoting folk dance, and many aspects of art and culture. So we are indebted to India for so many years after independence. Even before independence, there has been that very, very close link between Sir SAGAR Ramgoolam, our Prime Minister, previous Prime Minister, first Prime Minister, considered as the father of the nation, and a very intimate and close link with multiple prime ministers from India, including late Mrs. Indira Gandhi. And today, with the actual Prime Minister, Modi ji, I think he has a special links, a special liking for Mauritius. And yesterday in his speech, Modi ji mentioned about how water from the Ganges was sent to our own lake, sacred lake, the Ganga Talao. So I'm sure that these sort of ancestral links, we have many of our ancestors coming from different parts of India, from Bihar, from Tamil Nadu, from Andhra Pradesh, from Maharashtra. So I think this, over the years, has consolidated our relationship.
Okay. And beyond culture, some of the MOUs that have been signed between India and Mauritius, whether it's defense, whether it's maritime security, economic partnership, where do you see those areas, the relationship going and the bilateral ties going?
As you know, since quite a long time, the Indian Prime Minister, Modi ji, has been promoting the concept of SAGAR. And this concept is his vision, the vision of India, to promote security and also peace. And as you know, Indian Ocean is a very, very strategic place. And so it is important not only for Mauritius, not only for India, but for the whole world, I would say, but also for Africa, to make sure that we got security at sea. And you know about the threats which have been on from pirates and other threats at sea. And thanks to India, to a great extent, we have to confess that as a small country, we do not have the capacity, we do not have the means to monitor our extensive exclusive economic zone. It's not only Mauritius. We have a number of sister islands, and we are one of the countries. We can say that we have one of the biggest in terms of extent of exclusive economic zone. So we have been relying a lot on India to ensure security for the ocean, for the Indian Ocean, but also we collaborate with many other countries, our traditional allies like the United States, United Kingdom, France, and many other, the EU, but also with many other countries. And as you know, in a way, Mauritius, we have always been practicing a sort of neutrality when it comes to international relations.
Okay, but also, you mentioned about your exclusive economic zone. It is attracting global powers. How do you see India's role in the Indian Ocean, and particularly with regard to ties with Mauritius going forward?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we want to promote this more and more. And in the past, India has been collaborating. And I'm sure this time, with a meeting between the two prime ministers, and also backed behind by our Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Paul Béranger, and the whole team of ministers, our Foreign Affairs Ministry, spearheaded by Mr. Ramphal, my colleague, and myself as Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. We're going to work and consolidate that relationship. And in fact, over and above, when we come now shifting from maritime security to partnership in economic matters, you will see that beside the SEGPA, we have been working on a sort of more strategic, enhanced economic partnership, because it's good to consolidate our ties in the field of culture and also our emotional ties, very important. And yesterday, our Prime Minister, Dr. Navin Chandra Ramgoolam, was very touched. You know what happened yesterday? A very symbolical gesture from your Prime Minister, who offered the OCI card to both our Prime Minister, Dr. Navin Chandra Ramgoolam, and the First Lady of our country, Mrs. Veena Ramgoolam. And in return, our Prime Minister conferred upon your Prime Minister the most prestigious title, the GOSK, and only 5 heads of government, heads of state have been given this sort of prestigious sort of decoration. So very, very important. So what happened yesterday.
All right, let's leave it there. Mr. Narsinghen, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, and best wishes on the National Day of your country.